Lamb boy. And I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, and we in there. Peace and love to all the guys and gals and all the high vibrating species on the planet. What it is, what it do, good people? Welcome back to the channels. Welcome back to the channels. Okay, the mates. Salute. What it is, what it do, man? How y'all living out there, man? What's busting? What's going on and stuff? You know what I mean? Welcome back. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we was going to get to the Explorer series. We already got them things lined up. We're going to go through these letters. So, I've seen a whole bunch of letters. This is for that, and this is for that, and this is for that. So, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and line these up. And so, we've gotten through the first one. That was J for Jetsam. And now we're on O. Is for organs. So I hope everybody's good out there today. Hope everybody's doing real good. You know what I'm saying? Stand out of the way. Head on that swivel. Of course, CT is ticking. Class. CT is on, correct? Okay, it needs to be. If it's not, turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on. Do yourself that favor. Turn it on now. All right. So, we got SCP-7559. Of course, like I said, O is for organs. I don't know if you heard, but you know there are some talks about some, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of let's say cropping for them things on the negative market there. You feel me? So I you know what, man? I don't really even want to draw speculation to what they're going to talk about. That is because I've seen enough, heard enough, drew enough conclusion to know something of the sort is going on with the organs. Yeah. But I don't want to talk too much about it because you know what I'm saying, you know, they sensitive about such subjects. So we ain't gonna touch on it too much. We just gonna see what they got to say about it. And if it has anything to do with that, we gonna call it for what it is now. YouTube, don't do me. Now I'm just saying, if it just so happen to fall down the same Alice as such stories, we're going to call it for what it is. That's all we're here to do. Just call it for what it is. We're not going to call any names, draw any speculation as to who is who's and what's and what's and what's. We just going to call it for what it is. Keep it fair, for square. You know? So, Academics, without further ado, I hope you have what you need because I do. And if you are new, just have a seat because we don't condone any beliefs. We actually ask that you do your own due diligence. You know what I'm saying? We call that dibs. You feel me? And I'll get to the dibs, how it pertains. And we also keep our CT on, and we also keep our oil. I will explain all of these things in the end. In the meantime, take a seat, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you are riding with us. That is, no pressure, of course. The Academy makes to let you know it's no pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's just perspective. No pressure, just perspective. All right? So, without further ado, let's get it to what it is that we do. Bustin'.
SCP-7559.
Let's see.
O is for organs.
Ooh.
I've talked plenty of times about how unfortunate it would be to actually live in the SCP universe, with how many horrible random things can occur to you at any given moment.
I know, right?
Adding on to that list is SCP-7559.
Yeah.
And so, with no extra ado, let's take a look.
No extras.
SCP-7559 are wormholes enclosed within muscular sphincters that spontaneously appear within living humans. These wormholes are stable and range from 2 micrometers to 25 centimeters in diameter at the widest part, and are seamlessly integrated into the surrounding tissue. These sphincters usually only link to instances inside of other human hosts, which often leads to complications when bodily fluids from one host travels into another, with one notable case involving stomach acid from one host leaching into the cervical lymph nodes of another host.
What?
Extended study of hosts possessing these anomalies has revealed that after 6 to 8 weeks, the sphincters will widen into surrounding tissue and are capable of transferring organs, either in part or in whole, to other hosts.
Holy.
To date, none of these transfers have triggered organ rejection in the recipient or loss of bodily function in the donor, even in extreme cases, such as 3 hosts of different blood types, all being connected via instances in the renal veins. On August 14, 2023, a 7559 sphincter widened enough to subsume part of the cerebral cortex, essentially moving it midway between 2 hosts.
Whoa.
One host, Sarah Linares, was rendered comatose, while the other, Jaden Jorgensen, reported symptoms of hallucinations and sleep paralysis to medical staff. In an interview, he reports that his stomach has been gurgling for 2 days now. His hands keep going numb, it's really hard to pee, and he's got a painful headache right behind his eyes. He also mentions that his eyes are messed up, as he can't see warm colors anymore. Reds and pinks and oranges are muted now, which kind of makes everything bluish. The main thing he wanted to report, however, are the visions, and he's hoping that it's just the medication that they're giving him. It's noted that 7559 patients are often given placebo pills and told that they are medications for ulcers, benign tumors, or immune disorders.
But why?
The doctor says that she can see about switching them after they're done here, but asks him to describe these visions in as much detail as he can. He says that throughout most of the day, he keeps seeing things in the corner of his eye, like when there's a moth flying around you and you can't quite see where it went. Mostly small things, like a bed that's definitely not his, or one time when it was like having long hair falling down and covering his eyes, despite him being bald. The doctor asks how long these have been occurring, and he says that the last 2 or 3 days, but they've slowed down. He's then interrupted as the pitch of his voice suddenly rises an octave and adopts an Irish accent, despite this voice not corresponding to any known host. He exclaims that there's something caught in his throat before making choking noises for the next 20 seconds. Notably, his body and neck remain perfectly still for this period, but after the noises cease, his voice returns to its original state. The doctor tells him that they're going to need to run a few more tests to figure out what's causing these symptoms, but then she's interrupted by a new 7559 instance manifesting in Jorgensen's left tear duct, accompanied by a dull, tearing sound. Immediately, approximately 4.5 meters of an abnormally bloated small intestine protrude through the sphincter and spill onto the table. The doctor hits the emergency button and requests the medical team, yelling at Jorgensen to ask if he can hear her, but he just proceeds to vomit up a lobe of a lung before collapsing to the floor. He was pronounced dead 12 minutes later, and the other host known to be attached to him, Sarah, nearly died at the same time when a 7559 instance drained away her cerebrospinal fluid, but she managed to be stabilized. A dissection of Jorgensen's cadaver yielded 3 intact 7559 instances, which were individually preserved in vats. Removal of a 4th was attempted, but during the procedure, the attending surgeon brushed the inner lining of the instance and it closed abruptly, severing 2 of the surgeon's fingers. He was placed under observation and manifested a sphincter inside of his brachial artery 29 hours later. One of his fingers was recovered in the aorta of a host already in containment, but the other has not yet been found. Later, it's reported that the number of contained hosts has surpassed 500, with 46 hosts whose nervous systems have threaded through 7559 instances now reporting similar hallucinations to Jorgensen's. Endoscopic explorations through other instances present in these hosts have led to inconclusive results. All explorations thread through human flesh for a distance of over 200 meters, before terminating at an undifferentiated slurry of bodily fluids and membranes. Touching the slurry with the probe often causes unrelated 7559 hosts to bleed from various orifices. Further testing is pending approval. It would seem then that all of these affected people are in fact linked through some sort of central chamber containing a big mess of fluids and membranes, and the sphincters can spread to new hosts through contact. Not only that, the Foundation has no idea how this started or how many affected people are actually out there in total, and the problem seems to be getting worse. The article ends before it progresses into any sort of widespread sphincter apocalypse, but that certainly seems to be the direction it's trending towards. And really, let's give some credit to the SCP universe, where I can create a video containing the phrase sphincter apocalypse, and it's just another day at the office.
Just another day at the office. What in the man? Hey, Academy's dude, that was probably about the roughest 7 minutes. Damn. Damn. Okay, YouTube. So it didn't have any correlation to the such stories, you know, conspiracies that y'all like to call them around the world, the globe, or whatever. That was rough. That was on a whole nother level. What the dang. I mean, your cerebral cortex, bro. Good. I was trying to decipher exactly what in the hey is taking place, or should I say what in the unnatural hell is going on. Like, this is definitely, you know what I'm saying, extra. I mean, the anomaly is almost like, how can I put it? It seems like it almost seems parasitic in nature. And of course, put it like this, that is definitely not an STD that you would want. Because obviously that's how it transfers through partners and stuff like that. So it's definitely not something that you. Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness, bro. Cause it's like, in his tear duct. And then right after that he coughed up. Obviously it was his lung. He coughed up his lung. Then he's like bald and he's got like hair flipping down. It's almost like he's hallucinating, he's connected to other people. That's, you know what I mean? And of course, let's be real, Academics. By this point, we should automatically know that we cannot trust their word fully, because they don't fully understand nor understand half the stuff they go through, or they stumble upon. You feel me? That's why it's a lot of D-class getting, expendables running around. It's a lot of D-class expendables running around. You feel me? Because they don't really be knowing, so they're just throwing people out there just to see what happens. You feel me? And then this is y'all are cruel. It's just no way to put it but cruel. If you don't know, leave it alone until it does something that's, you know what I'm saying, that you got to make a move on. Other than that, let it be, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you keep an eye on it, you know, reconnaissance. Let's do some recon. Yep. Keep a low profile. Do some recon. You know what I'm saying? See exactly what's going on. If they stepping on people out here, then y'all step in. If they minding their business, just let them mind their business. You feel me? Now, according to galactic law, if they doing stuff that they ain't got no business doing, then let the people that's supposed to handle that. Cause y'all get involved and then we get involved, but we get involved on a tip that we don't know, or we get the neuralizer real quick, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not cool. So can you just do us the solid? That's all we asking. Just do us the solid. Leave us out of it, or you stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? And just like old Doc, you feel me? It seems like to me it's a lot of y'all's monsters running around too. Y'all need to be down there too. Some of y'all need to suit up and go with them. You know what I'm saying? Lead by example. Don't, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I mean, you know, we do it like we were soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like first one to put foot on the ground and the last one to take foot off that motherfucker. You feel me? You jump in that water with them sharks because you putting everybody else in there. You know what I'm saying? And then this stuff right here going on, and then y'all don't even know what's going on. Y'all don't even know how it's happening. That's even more spooky. That y'all don't even know what's going on and how it's occurring. You just know that it's being transferred. This girl go comatose. This dude got hallucinations. He got hair flipping in his face, and he's bald headed. He's saying stuff out the corner. We all, I mean, I ain't gonna say we all, but I happen to know a lot of people that has that experience of seeing things in the corner of the eye. You know what I mean? And I don't really want to tell you what that is, because it could be a number of things, and it's different strokes for different folks. So you know what I mean? I don't really want to just say, hey, it's this. It could be a number of things, but just know that you're not tripping, because something definitely is there. And I can say one thing that I heard on my studies is when you see it, don't necessarily try to look at it, because that's when it does the thing, you know what I'm saying, and it's gone. So just kind of just see it from how you're seeing it, and just look at it from that angle. You know what I mean? You'll know if it comes up to that point where, you know, and you ain't got no choice but to look. Yeah, it's instinct. You're gonna look anyway. But when it's that like that, just try not to look. You'll be able to see more of it. You know what I mean? It worked out for me as well. You know what I'm saying? So I was actually able to see apparitions standing there. Can't really make out who or what, but you can definitely make out that there's something there. You can feel it. You know what I mean? So that's the only pointer that I got. You know what I mean? But like, again, I say different strokes for different folks. Everything don't work for everybody, and everything ain't for everybody. So it's just throwing it out there. So that part about the hallucination, I'm just like, okay, that's whatever, but let's see what you're seeing though. Like, so when they asked that question, that's why I was like, that's what I'm more interested in. So let's see what you're seeing, like what the vision is. But so it sounds like, I mean, when it's these type of connections, so anybody's having hallucinations, you're connected to the other people somehow, some way, and whether it's their actual life now, it could even be a connection to a past life or a family member even, you know what I mean? So there's no telling, because like our connections to people, it that goes deep. Like we're all spidered together somehow, some way. You feel me? That's just how mother's web is. So it's just, we all, at the end of the day, end up being one, that oneness. So that's all I can, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to leave y'all with just nothing, you know? So I had to take a swing at it at least once, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what I was getting, but I was really trying to like what's really going on with this? Because it's not just your brain, it's all types of organs going up and down and out and about, and it's rough. That's rough. Catamates, head on swivel. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. Try not to let the world drive you crazy. Keep that oil with you. For the new guys and gals and species, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And that oil be Operating in love. Continue to operate in love. The green heart chakra. The green heart chakra. The green energy. You know what I mean? That above. That or above. That's how we stand. That's how we rocking. You know what I'm saying? We vibing highs. That's how we rocking it. You feel me? And that dibs, yeah, that's due diligence. Your intuition. Put them two together. Due diligence, intuition. You know what I'm saying? And discernment. That's the discernment. Discernment, intuition, due diligence. You put them together. And you'll see why it's called dibs. We don't tell you why. We just let you think about it, and you'll see why. You know what I'm saying? Put it together. You'll see what you'll see. You'll see it. You'll see it. When it's time, you'll see it. Trust me, you'll see it. And what was the other? What was the other? Operating love. That's the oil. Due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Get your dibs. Make sure you get your dibs. And your CT. That's critical thinking. Keep your cap on at all times. You know. So peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet. Till next time.